recording of this. Forgot to do that last week. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Emma Snedden. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You're very, very, very welcome on this call. I would love it if you would just pop in the chat if this is the first time you've been on one of these calls, or if you're a team member already, or if you're a customer, or just brand new. Pop in the chat what you're here for, or are you new, are you just looking, or whatever, and we can have a little sense of who's on the call and who we've got with us. If you've invited somebody on the call tonight, please pop in the chat and welcome them to the call. So if you've invited Christina, for example, onto the call, you might want to say, hi Christina, welcome to the call, great to see you. It's always nice to be welcomed when we're somewhere new, right, whether it's on Zoom or in real life. So I am not going to keep you excuse me, very long. I'm going to share a little bit about our products with you, a little bit about our business opportunity with you. I am going to introduce a few of the girls to share their stories as well. And the idea of the call is really just to share some information to enable you to make a decision about whether this business or products or something that you might be interested in. My opinion, I've been doing this is my 9th year in the business. I've been taking the products pretty much for about 10 years now. I don't know anyone for whom good health isn't a good option, right? These are a really simple, effective, affordable way to get really, really good health, really, really good nutrition every single day into you, your family, your children, your parents, your grandparents, whoever, anybody and everybody, anywhere on the planet that needs good nutrition, we can help them with that. So, and also from a financial point of view, it makes total sense to make some money at home. Welcome Jess, money at home from your mobile phone or anywhere. I have made money in this business while I've watched the kids swimming, while I've waited outside on the school run, while I've been at work, while I've watched the telly, because you can do this business pretty much, if you've got one of these, which I'm guessing you have, a mobile phone or a laptop or an iPad and Wi-Fi, you can literally do this business absolutely anywhere that you are, right? And the opportunity is available to everybody. So it's totally simple. I'm going to really share with you how it works, what you do, and I can't cover everything, right, in the short period of time that we've got here. I'll cover enough, hopefully, for you to be able to make the start of a decision, or maybe you're like me and you're just like jumping with both feet. Let me just mute everybody 1 second, sorry. If you're a jumping with both feet kind of person like me, then you might want to just get started, and that's cool. But what I would really encourage you to do after the call is go back to the person who invited you on and get them to fill in any gaps. If there's any like outstanding questions that you've got or anything that you're not sure about, you're welcome to ask in the chat. If I've got time at the end, I will cover it, but if not, just go back to the person who invited you on the call. Even if you decide it's not for you, go back to the person who invited you on anyway, give them a little bit of feedback. What did you think? What did you like? What did you not like? What, you know, those kinds of things. It's really, really useful for us to get that feedback too. So without further ado, let me get started. So as I said, my name is Emma. I came across the Juice Plus products back in 2012. At that time in my life, I was a 36-year-old busy working mum. I was working incredibly long hours, running on empty, not eating breakfast, hands up if you know what I mean, like skipping breakfast, feeding everybody else, making sure everybody else had food and lunches and all of that stuff, and totally forgetting about myself, which is really, really common, right? About 70% of the population don't eat breakfast, and it's just time consuming, messy, expensive, don't have time, all of those reasons. We've always got loads of reasons we skip breakfast. So my friend introduced me to Juice Plus as a product first. He was my personal trainer. I used to go to his gym at like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was the only time of the day that I could fit it in when everybody else was at work. So I used to go to the gym, and I remember him saying to me once, what do you have for breakfast? And I was like running out the door going, oh, nothing, or, you know, a slice of toast, cup of coffee. I quite often used to stop at like Starbucks and grab a coffee on the way to work, or maybe a bagel, but often it was nothing at all. So he introduced me to the product first, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I started to have a shake every day for breakfast. These are the shakes. They come in, have I got the chocolate here? Yes, I have. They come in chocolate and vanilla. Right, they're the only 2 flavors of the shakes that we do, and the reason for that is because they're naturally occurring flavors. So there's all of our products are vegan, whole food nutrition, right? I was really like at the beginning, I remember saying, oh, like I'm not into shake diets, it's not for me. So if you feel like that, don't worry. Loads of people feel like that at the beginning, like, oh, it's not for me, or I eat enough fruit and veg or whatever. Let me tell you, there is no way on planet Earth that the vast majority of people are getting the right nutrition in their bodies from raw, fine ripened fruit and veg 365 days a year. So anyway, started to take the shake every day for breakfast. I trusted John. He said it would be, I would like it, and he was absolutely correct. I started to feel better. I dropped a little bit of Christmas weight that I wanted to lose. I just fell in love with how easy it was, right? Just to 60 seconds to, 60 seconds to make, 60 seconds to drink. I could take it with me anywhere. I'd already cut dairy out of my diet pretty much anyway. So it was just a really simple solution to a nutritional gap in my diet, if you like. Fell in love with them. Absolutely was recommending them to everybody. And then he introduced me to the capsules, which are the fruits that's made as the fruit, veg and berry capsules. Right, and all of they are is honestly incredibly simple. 30 different varieties of fruit, vegetables and berries in these little capsules like that, right? So they are basically, think of the fruit, they freeze dry it, take the water out, it comes into a little powder and they encapsulate it like that. So all of the goodness is encapsulated like that and all of the water is removed. It's really as simple as that. 2 fruits, 2 veg, 2 berries, every day with a glass of water, running out the door, job done. It's so simple. I don't know any other way that you as a normal human can get 30 different varieties of fruit and vegetables into your body every single day. It's really difficult. Imagine what that would look like if you went and bought it from Aldi or Tesco, 30 different fruit and vegetables and put them on the side and went, right, we're going to eat that every day. Like, we just don't do it. We just don't. If we did, it would be amazing. But I used to struggle to get like 5 or 6. But honestly, the benefits that I felt and continue to feel now for the last 9-10 years are phenomenal. My energy levels, my skin, my hair, my nails, like everything in every area of my health has just improved. And my children also take Juice Plus. They get it for free. So I wouldn't give something to my kids, let me tell you, if it wasn't fantastic, right? Obviously. They've been taking Juice Plus since they were 3 and 5, my little ones. My stepdaughter's 15, she takes it as well. She's 25 now. She was 15 when I started. She takes it too. My husband takes the product. My parents take the product. They're in their 70s and 80s. I wouldn't give something to the people that I love most in the world if I didn't know for sure how fantastic it was for them, and all of them have felt one or more benefits from that. My children haven't had a day off school, apart from like recently when they had to have time off school from COVID reasons, but normal health and well-being reasons, my children haven't had a single day off school in like 9 or 10 years since they started taking Juice Plus. That's not good luck, it's good nutrition, right? They're normal kids, they like junk food and they like all the other stuff, but they have really good nutrition every single day before they go out the door to school. So it takes the stress off me as a mum of worrying about, are they getting enough fruit and veg in their diet? Are they drinking enough water? Because the more fruit and veg you eat through taking Juice Plus, the more fruit and veg you'll want, right? You always crave more of what you want, don't you? Like the more that you have of something, the more you want of it. So it's just a phenomenal product. And I fell in love with how easy it was, how great it made me feel, how fantastic it was for the family. And then my friend said to me, look, there's a business opportunity attached to this. And like I said about the product at the beginning, I said, no, thank you very much, not for me. I'm not interested. I remember like thinking he'd lost his mind. I was like, I work 100 hours a week, I've got 3 children, and you think I can actually run a business as well as all of that guy? I couldn't fit a sheet of paper into my life more at that point. I was like, no, like absolutely not, don't be ridiculous. And he said, look, you're doing it anyway. I was like, what do you mean? And he said, you're recommending these products to people anyway. So I really encourage you to think about, right, what you're in your day-to-day life, online and offline, how often do you recommend, sorry, my dog's making a funny noise behind me. How often do you recommend things to people, your friends, your family? So maybe you've been and got your nails done, maybe you got your hair styles, maybe you've been to a good restaurant, maybe you've read a good book, maybe you've seen something on Netflix. Maybe you've, tried out a new restaurant in town. Maybe you've seen a good film sometime and either tagged yourself in the restaurant, recommended it to a friend, spoken to somebody and said, oh my God, I've read this book, you should read it. Or you've downloaded a really good app that helps you with the shopping. I don't know, right? When we experience something good, we want other people to have the same experience. Does that make sense? Like when you love something or you feel good doing something, you want other people, your friends, your family, your loved ones to look and feel the same, right? Well, that's essentially what our business model is. You take the products, you feel the benefits, which you will, because they are myriad, and you share that with other people, online and offline. It is as simple as that. If I told you nothing else, you would be able to do this business, because that's really all that's involved. Take the products, feel the benefits, and share it with other people, online and offline. How much of that you do, how you do it, where you do it, when you do it, morning, noon or night, which part of the world you do it in, you get to choose any and all of that, and we will help you every single step of the way. Right? This business has been around for 50 years. 50 years. So there is so many people who know what they're doing to help you and help you to get started and help you to build the business that you want to build. But if you want to put, like, there's also £120,000 worth of bonuses to get, right? So you can just have a customer base, share the products with people, get some discount off your own product as well. Amazing. Earn a few £100 a month. Amazing. You can definitely do that by just building a customer base. But if you want to get £120,000 worth of bonuses, if you want to maybe earn significantly more than 3 figures a month, you might want to get 4 figures a month consistently every month. I have had a 4-figure or more a month income every single month in this business since my second month. I've never earned less than £1,000 in this business since my second month in this business. That's not good luck either. That's just because I just saw what this was and went for it, okay, and shared it with people. You can do that by doing the other part of the business, which is, so we're taking the products, we're feeling the benefits, we're sharing it with other people. Easy peasy, right? Anybody can do that. You're doing it anyway. Join the business. It's £50 to join, or €60. Cost of a pretty crap night out, right? Invest it in yourself instead, just for one night. Join the business. Feel the benefits of that, which you will in lots of different ways, financially, the community, all sorts of different things, the benefits of that. Your confidence will increase, all sorts of things. The girls will share that in a minute. And help other people do the same. Okay, share that with other people. Join the business, feel the benefits, share it with other people, online and offline. They are the two parts of the business. You can do just the customer business, or you can do the customer side and the team building side. And the two together create, or can create, a really, really good second or replacement income, if you want. For me, it started off as a second income. I did it alongside my full-time job at first. I did it in the nooks and crannies of the day, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, around the kids, around my job. It literally just slotted into my life like that. I was absolutely convinced I wasn't going to have time to do this. Absolutely, totally convinced, because I couldn't see how I could possibly have time to add something else into my life. But I was talking to people anyway. I was on Facebook anyway. Now I'm on Instagram anyway. I was out and about anyway. You know, you're actually out and about doing stuff and sharing stuff with people anyway. You just do it a little bit more on purpose, a little bit more deliberately. And you actually will start to really enjoy the process of helping people to get healthy, helping people to earn an income. It's really good fun. Now, just before I bring the girls on, let me just quickly tell you how it works. Okay, I've told you the kind of fundamentally what you need to do, but the reason that this works for busy people who've got busy lives, remember I said I was working 100 hours a week, as well as all the home stuff. The reason this works is because you are not doing any deliveries. You are not going to the post office with little packages. You are not having to buy product in, separate it out, send it out to people all over the world. You are not handling any money. You've not got any stock holding. You've got no overheads, nothing, right? Everything is done for you by the company. Our job, your job, if you decide to get involved, is simply just to share this with other people. So all of the donkey work, all of the time consuming stuff, all of the stuff that usually takes up time, we don't have to do any of that. And that's how I was able to build a life for me and a life for my family around my full-time job for the first 18 months, because it didn't take up any extra time. It's so, and we didn't even have Zoom then. Like, it's even easier now than it's ever been. You can just log onto your laptop or log onto your phone and create community there. You can share something on Facebook and send it out to the world. But the donkey work, the stuff that sits behind it, the manufacturing, all that stuff, company does all of it. So you can just focus on sharing this with people. So no money handling, no overheads, no stock, no deliveries. That is huge. It means you are not even having to leave the house if you don't want to. Or when you are out and about, you can actually just share this with people and the company will do the rest. So it's incredibly simple to do. It's tons of fun. For me personally, before I bring the girls on, we're going to hear from Susanna, Kelly and Karen. Before I bring them on, I'll just let you know, for me, I started off just wanting to earn £200 a month. I was like, if I could earn £200 a month, I'll stick it all in the bank for Christmas. Be brilliant, right? A bit of extra cash for Christmas. And I earned twice that in my first month. I earned like I said, over £1,000 in my second month. Never earned any less than that since. By the end of 2013, which was my first full year in the business, I had been able to completely retire myself from my full-time career, didn't have to work anymore. Was able to retire my husband also from his full-time job too. I was earning and have continued to earn for nearly 10 years now, twice as much part-time doing this as we were together full-time working out of the home. Like, how phenomenal is that? How phenomenal is that? Where else can you do that? So he's now pretty much just plays golf and has a great life. And before we turned 40, we just completely were able to walk away from corporate life. It's been absolutely fantastic for us. Anybody can do that, guys. I'm sure, like, who cares about my life? What about yours? What can you do? What could you achieve? What could you invest? If you could invest £50 in this and earn 10 times that before the end of the year, 20 times that before the end of the year, people will do that. It is not difficult to do. Anybody can do what we do. If you've got thumbs, if you've got a mouth, you've got a little bit of ambition, and we will show you what to do. Take the products, feel the benefits, share it with other people. Join the business, feel the benefits, share it with other people. It really is as simple as that. Okay, let me bring on Susanna, because I can see you. Karen, you might want to sort your camera out, maybe log in and out again. I'm not sure. I'll go into a different room because we can't see you. And in the meantime, I'll bring on Susanna and I'll come to Karen last, maybe. So let me spotlight you. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, darling. So I would love it if you would just share in a couple of minutes, what is this business doing for you? And I know you're still working as a teacher, so how do you fit this in around your full-time job?
Okay, so hey everyone, I came across Juice Plus. It'll be 3 years ago this November. Actually, it's gone super quick because it's just so fun. And I basically started out in this business because I was really desperate. I had no money. I didn't have a stable roof over my head. And I'd lost my mum, unfortunately, to cancer. So my life was a bit all over the place. I was in and out of work at the time, and then I went back into teaching still whilst doing this. But it's just super simple to do that. I come home, I do marking and all those teachery bits that I don't want to bore you with, but then I'm able to set aside some time to connect with people on social media, share my health journey, share how awesome the business is and the friendships that I've made. And what I love about it is there's just no pressure. Like, my full-time job has so much pressure, whereas with this, I'm my own boss and I can make my own decisions, and it's just absolutely fabulous. And I'm not where I want to be, but what I love about it is I can take as much time as I want to get to that point. And my plan is to quit teaching. That's my dream, and I will get there. And I love that I just have the opportunity and I came across it. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
And super quickly, Susanna, I know you've got a really good Amiga story, but in a nutshell, how has the product improved your health as well?
So I have a knee condition, and I was told I'd be in a wheelchair by the age of 30. This was at 18. Tried everything over the counter, nothing worked, nothing took the pain away. And then I came across the Omegas about 2 years ago now, and I started taking them. Within a couple of weeks, I noticed my pain had reduced, and then within 3 to 4 months, I had no pain whatsoever. And I'm now able to exercise, climb mountains, be a lot more physical than I was. And I'm 29, not in a wheelchair, and the fittest I've ever been.
Amazing. Thank you so much. What a fantastic story. Really appreciate you taking the time to share that. And I absolutely know that you are going to achieve the things that you want to achieve within this business, which, I mean, and really, like, where else can you say that you want to create a completely different life for yourself while still living the life that you've got and doing the job that you've got? You can literally create a second or replacement income and a replacement life for yourself whilst carrying on doing what my mum said, which was, don't drop the ball in your full-time job. That's what she said to me. Don't drop the ball in your full-time job. I was like, I'm not. Like, I'm still getting paid. My mortgage is paid, but I'm building this something over here alongside it, month after month after month, that enabled me to do exactly what Susanna wants to do, which is to leave my full-time job behind and make my own decisions about how I spend my time. So amazing. I'm excited for when that happens. So let's bring on Kelly, for whom that has happened. Let me just find you. There she is. So Kelly, tell us a little bit. We had 2 teachers on tonight. I've just noticed that now, but there you go. So tell us a little bit about what this business has done and doing for you. Also a little bit about the health journey too, if you don't mind. And like, how do you fit it on? Because you're a mum as well, right? How do you fit everything in? Like, juggle everything?
No problem. So I found this 7 years ago. I was a new mum. I was a teacher. I have always been quite sickly. So I have polycystic ovaries. I've had C-section with my first child, where I had severe preeclampsia as well. I was always a sick kid, glandular fever, tonsillitis. I've always been overweight, and that has a big effect on your mental health as well. And one of my friends actually was taking the products, started staying a bit up a bit later, things like that. And I just thought, I need a bit of this as well. So I put the shakes in. And then quite quickly after that, the capsules. And I started having a bit more energy. People were noticing my weight loss. I was getting a nice little glow as well. And he won't admit it, but my husband did the same, started taking the products. And even he's a teacher as well. And the mums were talking about him at the school gate because he was losing a bit of weight as well and had that nice glow. And then I had a clear polycystic ovary scan. I had a healthy second pregnancy. And it's not just the products that you get, it's the knowledge and support that you get alongside it that makes this invaluable to me. You get all the ideas for exercise, you get meals, you just completely supported all the way through. So my daughter started stealing the shakes. She was quite sickly, she was quite skinny, she's always had eczema on her arms, definitely in winter, and didn't really sleep for the first 2 years of her life. She had no hair either, completely bald, and she had reflux, and it just made sense to put in the Healthy Starts for Families because I was getting the products anyway. She could have them for free, so we started putting them in for her, and we suddenly noticed her hair was growing. And now she's got crazy hair that we can't tame. She's not on meds anymore for the reflux. And we say that she has a stomach of steel. Now, I say that because she never has time off school at all. And she hates it because she's never off. But she's the last one standing all the time. And it's not that we don't get sick. It's that we have a bounce back ability. So we just get better, faster. And we have a tool there for us if we do need it. And then my second child, it just made sense. He was on it straight away, right through my pregnancy. So I was naturally recommending it. And like Susanna, I was a teacher. And I wanted options, but I wanted options without the extra workload because that's massive, especially in teaching because you don't get a second, you don't have time to do anything else. And that's what I decided to do. So since I joined the business, I have had a mat leave, I've been made redundant, I've been furloughed. And by being in this business right the way through, I've had the commission off my own products, commission off anything else that I've sold to friends and family. And I've had a safety net right the way through for me. So that was massive, really, really important. I managed to leave teaching and I work in an office 2 days a week, and it's just given my confidence back. It's given me time for me. It's around massively positive people, happy people, and especially during lockdown, that was massive. I don't know whether I would have survived lockdown without the group of people that I had around me. I've never missed a moment with my son. He left me to go to school, which is incredible, and it's just, that's why I'm going to keep doing it, to help other people have the options. And a little international business from a girl from Bolton. Never thought that was possible.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Kelly. Really appreciate it. I'm going to move over to Karen, and now we can see you. Just let me replace the spotlight there. There she is. So hi, Karen. Thank you for taking the camera out. So tell us a little bit. Your situation is quite different from the other two as well. So tell us a little bit about why do you do the business? What's it doing for you? And how do you fit it in around being a mum of 3?
Yeah, so I am a single mum of 3 kids. I've got a 15-year-old, a 9-year-old and a nearly 3-year-old. So I started the business when I was pregnant with her, purely because I wanted something that was going to go from the pay I was accustomed to when I worked at in my full-time job, to match it up to what it was when I went on to rubbish maternity pay. Thank you, Susanna. Unfortunately, I'm not. But I soon learned that it could be so much more than that. So if we fast forward sort of 2 years, I ended up unexpectedly becoming a single mum. Wasn't what I intended at all, and went on to Universal Credit. And literally, this business has been my saviour. Universal Credit is rubbish money. Like, anyone who tells you isn't is lying. And this business literally every month tops up my Universal Credit to allow me to still be a yes mum, to still be at home with my kids. I was qualified as a nursery nurse, early years educator, whatever you want to call it, not have to put her into childcare to go and raise somebody else's kids. That just didn't make sense inside my head. So I've been able to stay at home with her. She'll start nursery in January when she gets her entitled place, because she's 3. And then I can go and look for a job if I want to. But do you know what? I don't think that that's something I'm going to need to do, because I've got this going on in the background, working away around the kids. I've been there with no childcare concerns over the whole of COVID, which I would have had if I'd gone back to work, because I would have been a key worker. So I'd have had to go to work and had 3 kids to try and deal with. So this has literally saved my bacon on a day-to-day basis.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I know you were a little bit nervous. You didn't need to be. Absolutely
Thank
brilliant.
you.
Thank you. It's not that easy speaking on these calls. I really, really appreciate you doing that. And I love the fact, right, all of those things, all of those stories, Susanna, Kelly and Karen, and there are, guys, there are hundreds of thousands more stories like that. In fact, if anybody else wants to share their story for 60 seconds, put your name in the chat and I'll maybe see if we've got time to bring another one or two on. If you can do your story in like 60 seconds, that would be amazing if you want to. But just to kind of wrap it up and say, look, you know, this business can be whatever you want it to be. The products are a no-brainer, right? I don't even think we need to talk. If you know why you need good fruit, you need fruit and vegetables in your diet, this is a simple, effective, affordable way to get really good nutrition into you and your family every single day. It really is as simple as that. I don't know any other way that I would ever get 30 fruit and vegetables into my kids and my husband every single day. There's just not a cat in hell's chance. I know that's true because I wasn't before. So nothing would have changed. It probably would have just got harder as they got older. So this is just it just takes that stress away, it takes the pressure away, it takes the worry of the diet, you know, away completely. It's not to replace fruit and vegetables, it's actually to complement it, right? This actually gives you a better diet overall. So the product is a no-brainer. Whatever you want to achieve with your body goals, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to put weight on, whether you just want to have more energy, whatever it might be, we also have this amazing energy product. I haven't even had a chance to talk to you about that. That is fantastic. Like, honestly, I was dead on my feet about an hour ago, absolutely exhausted. Go watch my Facebook Live and you'll see me talking about that. Absolutely, I had one of these and as you can probably see, right, I feel absolutely tickety-boo now. I'm full of energy. So we have so many natural products that are all plant-based and they're all whole food good, fantastic nutrition for the whole family, right? Now, the business opportunity, whatever you want it to be, small additional income, 500 quid a month, 300 quid a month. 300 pound a month might not sound like very much. Some people, it might sound like a lot, right? But it might not sound like a huge amount. You only work in, and it's not even work, a couple of hours a day or an hour a day. Now, if you can find an hour, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, an hour in total a day, you can create a significant second income for yourself in this business. If you want more than that, you want £500 a month, £1,000 a month, maybe 3,000 euros a month, maybe more than that, you can definitely do that too. And the reason that I know that that is true, because there are people all over the world every single day joining this business, creating a second income, having an extra life, doing whatever it is that you want to achieve. We can help you do it. So what I encourage you to do is go back to the person who invited you on this call tonight, or maybe shared this recording with you, and just, guys, it's the beginning of September. We've got September, October, November, 3 of our biggest months in the business. We've got a fantastic offer on at the minute where you can get the complete shakes and the boosters, which are here in a box, right? You can get those two together for a really good discounted price, which they never do. Like, we never do discounted prices or anything like that. So not only is that fantastic for you to get started, but what a fantastic offer for you to have as a launch offer in your business as well, if you decide to get involved right now. So you've got September, October, November coming up. You could actually get 3 paychecks in the bank before we get to Christmas. Like, how cool would that be? Have a think about what you could achieve just before the end of the year to springboard yourself into 2022. That's a bit scary, isn't it? To springboard yourself in, and then who knows what you could create in the following 12 months, right? What I know for sure is if you don't get involved, nothing will probably change. I know for myself, if I had not got involved, my life would not have changed. I relocated to Ireland from England 2 years ago. I would not have been able to do that. Like, every good thing in my life now pretty much came from saying yes to this opportunity at the beginning. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you don't, we'll deal with all of those things. Just go back to the person who invited you, say I'm in. I just say yes, tell the world, and figure it all out later. We'll help you with all the other stuff, okay? Thank you so much to everybody who shared their story. Guys, we do this call every single Monday night at 8:30, so you're very, very welcome. It's always on the same code. Very welcome to invite anybody else on. Let your friends, your family, anybody else that you think might be interested, invite them on. We'll share it with you. I also will have this recorded so I can send out the recording to anybody who wants it as well. I really appreciate you taking the time out to look at this, and I would really, really hope for you that you decided to get involved, because I know for me personally it's the best yes probably that I ever said, other than to my husband because he might be listening. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.